Hello and welcome to Hackham Reserve, where we are seeing the Southern Bulldogs taking on the Central Roosters. Southern Bulldogs will be kicking off to the left of your screen, taking on the Central Roosters in their red, white and blue shirts. Southern Bulldogs in blue and white. We are underway. Roosters with first touch of the ball.
One there! Move!
Table question. We expect this one to be quite tight.
Two! Somebody!
Roosters will want to settle themselves down with a complete set of six for the first one. Hardy to May in that tackle.
Number 8, bring him down!
So we have someone who goes down. Romano Manu will pick that one up and just bring it back and take on a couple.
This. Yeah, right.
We do have an injured player down the midfield, but not in the way at the moment, so we will be playing on. Now the referee brings it to a close.
Put the ball down, please.
See whether I can find out who that is.
Put the ball down.
Looks like it might be the fullback, Van Aswegen. So as we pause, I might go through the lineups for you. The Roosters will be back at fullback. Fitzgerald and Christie in the centres. Tanaki and Amin on the wings. Purcell and Roberts will be the halfback with a front row of Levi, Dries and Tavita. Rory and Culkin in the second row. And McLean at loose forward. Bulldogs will be Van Aswegen at the back, but I think that's the young man who's currently in the hands of the physio. Rippy and Holland will be in the centres with Lutz and Romano Manu on the wings. Matthews and Tamai will be in the halfbacks with Massima and Keeper. Bringing up some of the front row, second row is Stewart and Strickland. And Wapau at loose forward. To work out who the other front rower is, I shall let you know. I think it is Veron, the big fella.
Go to the sidelines. Don't go to the sheds, all right? Just take him to the sidelines, whatever. Don't go to the sheds yet.
So obviously some concern about the head or neck, and I'm pretty sure it is Van Aswegen.
No, we're not calling it.
Somebody on the phone at the moment, so
yeah, just
if we need an ambulance, could be some time.
Nothing in that tackle.
Obviously anything to do with the head and neck area. NRL, SA will make sure that the player is looked after. He won't be moved unnecessarily. Could be here just waiting for the ambulance. There's one in attendance before. I think it's gone off to do its rounds, but it does look that way. So this is going to be an interruption for both the teams, and we'll just reset, I suppose, and start again. Nothing has happened, just still 0-0, so don't think there'll be too much impact. Both sets of players will just make their way over to the sideline. We will step away. We'll be back with you once we get some idea of what's going on, and we will keep you informed. But we will step away for a very short time. And we are back after that injury to Gerard Van Aswegen. Got his head in the wrong position in the tackle. No score. They're going to play about 15 minutes of this first half, and then we should have half time. Southern Bulldogs will have the ball. Not sure at what point in the tackle count we're at. I think everybody's asking at the moment. We'll find out. As soon as I get an idea of what point we're at the tackle count.
All right,
here it goes. There's been a little bit of a long break for both of these sides.
Wait for the restart.
And then we will get underway again. Veron will show, but it goes to Tamai. Roosters make a couple of yards, and so then Bulldogs will make their way. Powell will attack that line. Dealt with by Levi.
Here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is.
Tamai will kick that away. Back towards Burke.
Off the foot,
Burke will finally get it under control, and he'll look to bring it out.
One. To me, boys, to me.
This time we get to see the Central Roosters.
Move. Three. Let it up.
Finally they've gone out left, and they have winger versus winger. That might be the replacement for Van Aswergen. Looks like we brought Golding on. Ken Golding, I think that is.
Come back. On now, on now, on now.
And the Roosters will ship it into midfield with Levi, and Levi will take on that first tackle of Strickland, and Strickland will win that one. Roosters just kick that through. Holland will have to try and work away from his own try line. Manages to do it. Prevents the goal line drop up. Lutz is hanging around and looking for some work with the first tackle.
Two.
But to try and get down the outside, Roberts just couldn't make it.
Hands off. Three.
Big fella in the arm will take a couple of Roosters to bring him down, but they will look to move out to the left-hand side, inside ball. So they approach that line, and again another offload, and just adds another couple of yards onto that run. And the 5 and last, with Rapau will step in and ship to Tamai. He'll just knock over and look for a decent bounce. Doesn't get one though.
One there, one there, one there. Two.
Tanaki looking for work early on.
Hands out, 6, hands out.
Short ball, and he just makes the half break and gets the offload though. Then comes back inside, and they work their way to about 10 metres out. And the Roosters will look again down that short side, and they just looks like he will reach it out, but just lost it going forward. Golding will pick up, managed to get out. I think they would have had the advantage anyway, but there's the 0 tackle just outside their own line. Lutz again will look for work. Sorry, that's not Lutz. Didn't get that number.
Here it is, here it is, here it is. Oh! Two!
So Tamai will step into halfback.
Offside out here.
Dances away from a couple and then gets the penalty for offside. So a little bit of afters, but all friendly.
Wait for the tap, boys, don't go early.
So it has been tight, as we would expect from two teams. That some of the best. Veron will again take a couple to get him down. Levi finally manages to wrestle him to the ground and get him in a position that he wants him. Slows him down. Powell lurking in that midfield. He'll take a couple as well. Try and keep his feet. Looking for the offload. Referee calls held, and off we go again. They'll look for that cut-out pass, and Holland will pick it up off his bootstraps and then bring it back in field, and it will take a couple to bring the big fella down. But again, Levi is there as the last line, and finally Mike slows him down, but Tamai will knock that back. Again, a horrible bouncing ball. Burke does well enough with it. Met by Tamai and Strickland. And Tamai working hard from that marker position. We'll get another one.
Two, let it go. Right side, right side. Hey!
Good line speed from the Bulldogs at the moment, but the Roosters will want to try and work out of this area. Another half break there. Roberts is really starting to cause problems with those half breaks, but they've knocked that one on and turned it over, and Matthews will pick it up. Lutz will go. Just puts his head down and goes. Again, the big fella Varane will get those big legs going and take a couple to go. So there's a bit of space on this left-hand side. Big step and straighten, but dealt with eventually. There was a hole there in the pass just behind and holding him up.
0-0. One! Left side, left side!
So again, the Roosters having to work out deep from their own half. Kicking game by the Bulldogs has been working well so far. Roosters just with some mistakes, haven't been able to complete a set and push the Bulldogs back. They'll hope to change it this time. Little drop off, and again, I think he's managed to. Couldn't wrap him up in the tackle out, but there's a whistle there. Lost it forward, so it'll be a Bulldog scrum. So again, the Roosters trying to get out of their own half, and an error has meant that they're going to be put under pressure again.
Pack the scrum. We can't wait for their lazy.
Come boys. Let's go. Come boys, scrum.
Here we are. Come on, we said we're going to do this.
Hold it, hold it. Loosen feed, White. Take a row in.
Keeper will pick up from the back and find Golding. Golding will straighten. Takes a couple to bring him down, but he was brought down eventually. Keeper will work into halfback and find Tamai. Just hitting the line at the moment and keeping the pressure on that Roosters line. Manu just going touchline to touchline, looking for an opening, and none was there, and it's popped out the back. The whistle comes. He's lost that one.
Free. Lost the ball. Call 3. Lost it. He still lost it. Loosen feed.
So the Roosters will have a scrum. They want to do a little bit more than they've been doing now. They want to complete a set and try and force the Bulldogs back into their own half. The Bulldogs have been basically camped out in the Roosters' half for the time that we've been watching them. Roosters just pushing it a little bit too much. They're making the half breaks and then pushing it a little bit too much. Looking for that offload. The Roosters again will look at that left-hand channel. Golding, who has replaced Van Aswegen, has certainly got his name called a fair few times. He's got himself involved. Big handoff against Lutz, and he goes again. And Pigfella took a couple to get him down. Big run.
12-13.
Now finally the Roosters have found themselves in the Bulldogs half.
Just get up.
Very, very slow and messy play of the ball. Referee happy with it though. And they're looking at here, big cut-out pass. There is numbers here if they can get going. And he's going to try and work that 2-on-1, but the scrambling defence from the Bulldogs has been good. Now the Roosters really starting to challenge that line.
Okay, held there, let it go, 5.
Little kick through, well picked up though by Holland. Sweeping around the back.
Let go!
First time in a while we've seen the Roosters really get a set of 6 in and put a kick in. Golding again goes and gets some work done. And the Nepal finds a gap and gets going and gets a couple of yards. Took on the marker. Marker won that little battle. Some suggestion there wasn't many arms in the tackle. Big cut-out pass to Tamai, and Tamai will shift it on. Fella Massima just came all the way back to where keeper was standing. Long run for a couple of metres. Now there's a gap and he decides to pin his ears back and go. Finds Tamai, and Tamai's got Romano Manu outside him, but he decided to step, see whether he didn't need him, and now he'll look at Romano Manu. Slowed up somewhat by the pass, but he's going to just keep going, and he floats it inside, and there goes keeper, and keeper will dot it down for the first 4 points of this game.
Touch in front, 6 more.
So, with a kick to come, Bulldogs strike first. Tamai was instrumental, he stepped and went. Romano Manu had to pick it up and he floated the ball into that midfield and managed to find Dane Keeper. Still a little bit of work to do, Keeper. About 10 metres out. He managed to get there and shook off the last defender in back.
Can you explain it? I said it to the teams. You weren't listening.
And it would appear that Tamai is normally the goal kicker, but he looks like he might have caught a corky. But no one's going to step up to take that kick for him. He's going to have to work his way through it.
Way to go, Bulldogs. Good support.
Come on. Settle up.
Hopefully it's not going to be too much of an issue for Tamai. Obviously one of the strike runners for the Bulldogs, and a lot of the work will come through him. So hopefully it's just a little bit of a dead leg and he can get to half time and he can sort it out. So he will settle down and look to add the extras. And he will add the extras, so Bulldogs go 6-0 up. Not long left in the in this first half, I would imagine. It's not moving very freely at the moment, Tamai. Hopefully that's not too long. I don't think he's got too long to wait until half time, so we'll be able to get some treatment with that one. Long deep kick, and again we call the name of Golding, and again he just puts his head down and takes on the Roosters defence. Levi and Ruri were there to meet him. Dane Keeper will continue to work, and Tamai just offloads, but he's met strongly by Tavita. Ferran will go, and that's a solid tackle.
Hands out, hands out.
Coming from Ruri, finished off by Levi. So Powell will knock it over the back, and again it's a bouncing ball that the Roosters have to deal with. Lutz will get there, and Lutz will put the pressure on and bring him down within the 10-metre line. But there's the scoop, but the markers do well. Golding and Lutz were there and haven't added too many metres onto that. Again, they look to scoop, and again, Golding and Lutz finish him off. Good work from the markers there. Well pleased the Bulldogs coaches. They are making the yards, and again, they look down this left-hand side. It's obviously something the Roosters are wanting to target, is this left-hand side. Power very, very slow to get up. Referee allowed him to do it. Roosters have done well. They've gone about 50 metres on this 36. So back the kick now. That will turn around Holland. And
let it go.
Matthews will take them on, gets them out to about 10. Holland goes into halfback, and Romano Manu decides he's going to take some of the work for the first tackle. Give his forwards a bit of rest, and another 10-metre gain. Interesting move from the Bulldogs. Keeper stepping over, and then Rowdy picking up, and there is the siren for half-time. So we go into half-time with the Bulldogs 6, the Central Roosters 0. The half-time cut short due to that injury to Van Aswegen. Just got his head in the wrong place and he was taken away to hospital, but the Roosters will be happy with the end to that short stint, and they finally started to get some stuff together. We see Levi just starting to rally the troops. So we will just step away for a minute. We'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the second half of this one. And we are back here at Hackham Oval, south of Adelaide. The first half was cut very, very short by an injury to Gerard Van Aswegen from the Southern Bulldogs.
Is that what it is?
Taken away in an ambulance. Thoughts of everyone at Spacequake Sports and NRL SA is with young Gerard, and hopefully he'll get better. He was replaced by Kane Golding. Certainly got through some work. Defensively, Adam Levi put in a shift for the Roosters.
Same way as last half.
Roosters really couldn't get out of their own half for a long, long time. And finally that pressure turned into points when Dane Keeper managed to get over. Hardy Tamayu took a little bit of a knock on the build-up to it. Tagged on the extras, so we will start this second half with the Bulldogs leading 6-0. Roosters will restart us. They will be attacking the left of your screen wearing the red, white and blue. Bulldogs in the blue and white attacking the right of your screen.
What would you pass it to him when he was called on?
Try and keep on top of any changes. Sun is starting to set. Shadows are getting longer, so it's going to be difficult for those working at the back for the Bulldogs.
Stay behind you, kick up.
See whether the Roosters will take over that. Tamai will take the first one and load it off, and off he goes. He'll just lower his head and off he goes. Massimo will make great yards from the opening kickoff.
Yes.
Keeper will pick and shift to Wapau. He beats a couple. Finally dragged down. Clean finally managing to get hold of him. Big calls of offside. Referee not happy, but Tamai will find a gap. He'll put his foot down. He's got the fullback to beat, and he'll just lower it, and he'll go again, and another step, and another step. Finally, the Roosters have managed to scramble, and that one has just been lost forward by Wapau. No whistle yet as Romano Manu touches it down, but we'd all stopped apart from Romano Manu. Shows the problem when you rush up against this Bulldogs attack. He found a gap. He's still limping. He's still got issues with that left leg of his, but just ran out of time and space. Managed to get the offload to Wapau. Good covering tackle from Christie.
Listen, feed Roosters.
For the Roosters, but knocking it out. The Roosters will have to come from deep inside their own territory.
One! Let him up, let him up! No, no, no!
First one beats the marker. Runs into keeper though. Who won't allow him to go any further.
Settle down with the tackles.
Managed to work out from their own,
Oh!
basically their own line. They're up near that 40-metre line.
Oh!
Working very hard down the far side. Obviously don't want to come close to our camera position. Roosters deciding they want the far side on both of them.
Oh!
Big collision. Stewart coming off second best in that one. The Roosters will drill that over the back. Holland will pick it up. I think Holland has possibly moved to full back. Moving Golding into the centres.
Get off him, get off him.
Romano Manu is around there looking for work.
Two!
Holland will stay at dummy half, and now keeper will come in and take over the reins.
Get on him! Oh,
Another slow play, the ball.
Nearly.
Ferran will take on the Roosters defence, and he will win, and finally he gets dragged down, but not until he's made a couple of metres.
Hold it.
Bulldogs seem quite happy with the pace of this at the moment. Wapau will shift it out. They've got numbers there, and Golding just slowed down and couldn't quite get there. cleaned up by the Roosters.
0.
Fitzgerald managing to get his hands on the ball.
Here it is. Here it is.
Fitzgerald not happy with something. Just needs to play the ball.
1.
Golding again, getting his name called and going through a lot of work.
2.
Roosters
Make a line.
with Levi will start to make their way into that 10-metre line. They're getting very, very close now with the offload there. There's some space out there if they can get him another offload, but that one manages to go to ground. No whistle yet. Roosters still have the ball.
0.
Tavita will pick that up. I think it's back to 1. New set of 6. Oh, big collision from Brown. Then he mummifies him and leaves him on the ground, and he's going to be slow to get up. Purcell felt the full force of the big one. The big man, and he'll just take his time again getting up. Well, there's a penalty there, I think. Time will be called. He wants to have a word with keeper, so we'll just have a listen in.
And 11.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Quiet, quiet. You were never on side.
Bulldogs
And I did
faithful
call you.
just to my
You took
right.
off.
They're happy with the tackle.
You hit the player high in the tackle. Bring him down. Okay? It's just a pause. You hit it high, bring it down.
So there's been a couple of tackles that have creeped up, and the referee is saying that that's enough. I think he must have called that one.
I've already spoken to him. Okay?
Must have decided that that
Right.
tackle was a
penalty's
little bit
actually up
high,
here.
so he's given the
He
penalty.
can take it back to there. The penalty's actually here, but he can take it back 10. 1. Release.
Levi will
11.
put his hand up for the first one.
Nice dancing.
Got off in that one, getting loose, and the Bulldogs will turn it over. And the Bulldogs are up and about. Time off called again. Trying to see what's going on with that one.
Dancing, let him know, brother.
Not sure whether he's got a knee, whether that's around his knee area and that's caused him the problems. Looks like it might be another soft tissue one, another corky.
He plays it. If he's not,
Can cause you some issues because they don't like to free
I
up.
called him injured, right?
The only thing you can do with them really is ice them and then try and look after them, but he'll play the ball and he'll only be a couple of metres out.
There's one. Wait,
Keeper is there and about at half back.
Hold it up. It's tackle 1. It's tackle 1.
Couple of passes back
Go
and
left, go
forward,
left.
and they make very little yardage. Levi will manage to complete that tackle just outside, and another Bulldogs player is slow to get up.
Right, he's getting up. Getting up.
That was Massima who plays the ball and then goes straight into the hands of the trainer.
Oh,
That looks like a leg injury as well.
no.
Referee's saying play on though. Wapau will step and look for a gap that closed very, very quickly, and now there's a Rooster down. People falling like flies at the moment. Tamai was looking for that. There will be a whistle and a penalty for the obstruction. Keeper looking for the ball and not getting it. Tamai saying thank you. There's a Rooster down in back play.
Just down injured.
He's up and about now though.
You okay? No, I did stop. You're right.
So we will all take a
That's a late
breath. and
tackle.
Penalty will go
Two
the
of
way
their
of the
players took
Bulldogs.
the kicker out. You can't do that.
So Tamai just looked for the chip and chase, and referee said he was instructed to let it play to see whether there was any advantage. There was none. So gives the penalty, and Wapau will kick it over in our direction, directly at me.
Make your line here. Make your line here. Make your line here.
And the Bulldogs will launch basically from halfway. There's a big collision. This one, the temperature of this one's rising just a bit. Only 6 points in it. Again, Veron will work hard and take a couple to get him down. And that's a fight to get that big fella down. And finally, Roberts manages to get that one done. But Powell will find Tamai, he'll find out Holland, and Holland will take them on. Look for an offload, wasn't there? Bulldogs about 40 metres out. Only made 10 metres from that penalty. Roosters will be happier with that defensive set. Keeper looks, shows, goes, and loses it. So the Roosters will have a scrum. About just under 30 metres from their own line. Temperature rose quite markedly in that last passage of play.
How about all players settle down? Let's just play football now, eh? You've all sort of spoken everything you want to say.
Everyone will take a breath now.
Let's play footy. Listen, feed Roosters.
Fitzgerald will launch an attack. He'll run straight at keeper. Makes a couple of yards after the contact. Something that the Roosters will want to see, and they'll come out to this left-hand wing. Ran straight at Lutz, and Lutz will manage to work and complete that tackle. Lutz and Matthews working their way through. Matthews again with a big hit. Slowing the big fella down. Standoff versus second rower, and the standoff won that one. So the Roosters have crossed halfway. And they will go out to that right-hand side. He'll slip the tackle and he'll look for an offload there, and he's got the offload and he'll put the foot down. Ball back inside. Try time. And the Roosters will probably even this one up as he's dotted it down under the posts. First time the Roosters have really got some go forward, and they just have the number advantage over on that right-hand side and the inside ball.
Can't dive at him, you've got to use your arms.
When that Purcell could dot it down. That slip tackle there. He's got the support inside, and he'll come around under the post to make it easier. And keeper with a last-ditch attempt to knock it out, but realistically was never going to get there. So with the kick to come from Burke, which will tie this one up. Nice to see the kicker and referee union there as well. Kickers share their water with the referees, make sure the referees are looked after.
Even his teammates are chasing him. Don't stay, listen to us.
So with the extras tagged on, we reset and we are all square again. Bulldogs will kick off to the Roosters. Temperature rose markedly in this second half. Just a shame we didn't really get to see the whole of the first half. This would have been a great game.
Stay behind!
So Tamai will put it deep.
Go back, go back, go back. He's behind you.
Levi will do the hard work and bring it out.
One, hands up!
Finally, there was a little bit of yours, no mine, no yours.
Two!
He's scragged down and penalty, they're messing around a little bit. Tanaki just saying thank you very much for the penalty. Very friendly discussion. Roberts will kick away and move them downfield. Tanaki will go again. He will continue that battle that he's having a personal battle with his Bulldogs defensive line. Gets good yardage again. Bulldogs doing very well at slowing down the play of the ball. Very experienced, Francis will pay. So that one will go to ground, but it's picked up and cleaned up, and Roosters will lose a bit of yardage. Again, another slip tackle. Tamai will manage to get away. And the offload, unfortunately, was off the ground, so it'll be a penalty to the Bulldogs.
Can't pass off the ground.
And you're only out there because they're short of numbers, and you know that. Instead, you got the caller. Let's go, boss!
So again, right on halfway, the Bulldogs will restart. Big replacement in Hall. Picked up by Tamai, and he'll get that onto Baranu again. Takes a couple to get him down. The power shows and goes. Looking for the offload. Nothing there.
Square two, square. You're not square.
Then they'll come down this right-hand side, and Tamai will knock it back behind Fitzgerald, who'll clean it up and make some decent yardage. Tamai has to finish off the chase to his own kick. And again, Tanaki will continue this battle that he's having with the Bulldogs. He's put his hand up for work all the time. Levi will come out. Suspicion that the markers weren't square, but we've been allowed to go. The kick will go back, and it'll go over Holland's head, so he'll have to turn and go and get it. Pushed him back. Big strong runner though, so we'll see whether he can slip a couple. He takes on the first one. And Roberts finally manages to get him at the second chance. Second time of asking. Lutz will scoot away from there. Lutz has a very, very good pace. Oh, and again, Holland will take on Roberts, and that's a big battle between the two as well. Minor winded Roberts. Roberts very slow to get up, still walking back to his own line.
He would have got penalised actually last time.
Keeper will look right to Tamai, and Tamai will kick that one behind.
Keep your mouth shut from now on, Levi.
Well taken by Burke.
Next time it's a penalty.
Managed to beat the first tackle, but keeper and Matthews got there. And again, Tanaki will scoot out of that first one.
Don't go early. Okay.
Fitzgerald will over the shoulder and run it to Mai, and then he will get the help. It's a nice ball out in the back. It's all about whether he can get some space. It's a good last-ditch tackle though. Again, they'll go to that right-hand side, and that one's gone to ground. So we might have a little bit of a stop here, as Lutz, I think, has got a little bit of a head injury.
Got a bloody nose.
There's definitely some blood coming from somewhere. Not sure where that blood's coming from. Some blood coming from somewhere. Not sure whether it's his nose or his head or his mouth. Oh, it looks like his nose. He's got a little bit of a nosebleed.
You got blood, Ben? You got blood?
Need to get that stopped for him to continue. Holland just has a little pit stop while he does his lace. We will restart with a Bulldogs scrum.
Yeah, I got him. Good. Scrum, fellas.
Go, Rod. Toss it up, brother.
Just pick it up, White. Pick it up, White. Pick it up, White. Pick it up, White. Thank you.
I don't think there's anything major
White, outside.
wrong with Holland. He will remain in that fullback position. So he will straighten it again. Taki's in there and doing work, but offload gets to Tamai. He'll step and step and step again, and then lower his head and make some good yardage. Looking for the quick play of the ball. Finally gets up there and they'll look to that left-hand side.
2! Watch that flop, headgear, watch that flop.
Roosters now slowing that.
Flop, headgear?
Play the ball down. Power look to offload, and there's the gap, and there's the space, and he will dot over. And that is the second score of the game for the Bulldogs, and they'll take it out to 10-0 with the kick to come. Lovely weighted pass from Power, and he picked his gap well, and then just had the pace to beat back to the line. So the play the ball was slow. Power did a great job of just delaying the pass and bringing them to you, and then lovely line from the big fella, Strickland. Strickland then just trusted his pace to get in. It's been a battle of attrition. There's Bulldogs players on their knees and taking deep breaths. There's Bulldogs players with bloody noses, dead legs. Tamai still limping. Still not completely free. So going to the final 15 essentially. It's not over for the Roosters. Depends on how they can come out. He will push that one across the front. So 4 points the difference. We'll get hands on the ball again. The sun is very, very low now. It's going to cause an issue to anybody over on the Bulldogs' right.
Don't go early, boys.
See whether they go that way. Burke will kick off. He will go into the middle. Backpedaling Matthews manages to get hands on the ball. And Lutz will come in and do some work, and he'll just straighten up and take on a couple.
Release.
Scragged about 30 metres out. As this game has gone, the play the balls have slowed down. Again, big strong run, and he'll find Holland, and Holland will put the foot down. Got one to beat, and here he'll do the big old side step straight through him, and he's going to find his way under the post and drops his way down. And another 4 points on the board for the Bulldogs. Holland just hit that ball hard, and there was absolutely no way he was even going to try and go around that fullback. He just ran straight over the top of him, and he will add on 4 points for the Bulldogs. You would think with an easier kick for Tamai as well, they will take the difference out to 10 points, which is a massive breakout in this game. It's a lovely offload, and Holland just put his foot down and off he went, and there was no way he was doing anything but the big prop side step over the whole fullback. He dives over the line. Big smile from Holland as he makes his way back.
Pick it up a little bit.
Good crowd out here at Hackham Reserve. Turning into a lovely evening. As we, I think as we end this one, we will end up with the mother of all sunsets. It's looking like it's going to be a lovely evening. See the sun drops down. As Tamai sets himself up.
They're very comfortable, I'll tell you. They're the kangaroo hide.
Must be said that Tamai is doing this work on essentially one leg. Really struggling with that corky, but so yeah, we'll add on the extras. Takes the difference to 10 points. Probably not reached a point where they can take Tamai off and rest that leg of his. They'll need him.
Play behind!
Possibly another try, and they'll put him on ice just to try and save him for next week. Well, Power will find himself under that one and offload, and a big fella will run on and take it on. And Levi's got him over the shoulder. He slipped down into it, so referee was happy with it. Lutz again is driven back. Hasn't been able to find any space, Lutz, at all in this game. Again, a big fella goes for a rumble. Breaks two, breaks three. Looks for his offload. He's got Tamai, and he managed to go around to the back, but Tamai just wasn't there. And the Roosters finally will clean it up. He had Tamai on the inside and just passed, was the offload was just behind him. The Roosters will get to work from about 30 metres out from their own goal. Roosters will look down that right-hand side, and he gets dumped on that AstroTurf. That'll be a bit painful. Steps inside and straightens, just misses that tackle, so the Roosters can offload and look again. Referee calls held and give them that quick play of the ball. Levi will offload, and there's a gap, and he just straightens through that gap. Again, Matthews putting in some work. So Roosters will look to that left. He'll look just to try and work his way on the outside. Well, it's a gathered kick, and let's go forward. Assistant referee says it went forward, so it'll be a turnover. It was his 5 and last. Romano Manu will look to do a little bit of the work for the big fellas.
Release, hands off, hands off.
At this point, the Bulldogs won't be overly unhappy with a slow play of the ball. Time is on their side.
2!
Not much better way to go forward. That'll change with Varane there.
Hands off!
Keeper will shift out to that left-hand side. And there's an offload, and now it's a little bit of broken field. Power will look to chip and chase. Oh, the fullback has slipped, and Fitzgerald didn't manage to take it up either, and Rapau will start this one, and keeper will just look to that left-hand side, and he's got his second rower. He'll loop the ball out onto that left-hand side, and Holland will pick it up, and Holland knew. As soon as he picked it up, he was looking at the referee and waiting for the whistle, which came eventually. I think Fitzgerald had a case that he was knocked off the ball, but probably got to be a little bit stronger. Again, we will just hold while one of the Roosters players receives some treatment.
Okay.
Big loopy pass over the top from Stewart, and as soon as Holland caught it, he never took his eyes off the referee. He was waiting for that that whistle.
Come on, bring it up, let him in, just let him in. That's good, good boys.
So we are approaching about 10 minutes to go. The Roosters will look with Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald will run through one and run over the other one. make
Okay,
good
one,
yardage.
hands out, hands out.
Tanaki will look
Hands
for
up,
work again.
hands up.
He's gone quiet over the last couple of minutes. He'll take on one, and
Two.
Matthews will come in and finish it off.
Let him up, let him up, let him up.
Stewart started it off, and then Matthews came and finished it off, and Levi will run in and take a couple to bring him down. Matthews makes another one. And a slow play, the ball will be okay for the Bulldogs, and he will break a couple of tackles and make his way over halfway. Got the offload away. And there is space out there if they can find it, and there's the interception, and Tamai will go, but he has on one leg to be offering support, but he's put his foot down. He's got his arm up in celebration very, very early. He will touch down over on the left-hand side. There is a man who was confident in his own pace, even on one leg. Tack on another 4. Roosters really did have to push the game, and pushed it, and it went to ground and went straight to the hands of Tamai, who was celebrating from about 30 metres out. He knew exactly what his capabilities were. Straight into the arms of Tamai, and no one was going to catch him. Tanaki worked really hard to get over there and at least make the kick more difficult than it could be. But he knew exactly what his strengths were and whether he would make it all the way over.
Yeah. Just leave it.
So just like that, the Roosters looked as if they were managing to get some go forward, and looked as if they might have been able to chip away at that lead, and pass probably found its way to one of the most dangerous counter-attackers in South Australian Rugby League. The sun sat on Hackham Reserve. You would suggest as well that the sun is setting on the chances of the Roosters getting up on this one. It's 10 minutes to go, so it's definitely not over. But you would suggest that the shadows have lengthened on the chances of the Roosters for this one. And he will tack on the extra, so Bulldogs 22, the Roosters 6. I think we should get this one in. There should be about 10 minutes left on this one. No, 5 minutes left on this one, and we should get this one in. Looks a lot lighter than it actually is on your screens. It will look a lot lighter than it is, but the Roosters will look to regather one. Matthews will bring it in, and Tanaki will meet him with Fitzgerald finishing it off. Another offload, and Roosters again will find themselves on the back foot.
Hands out!
It's about how much time the Bulldogs can chew up on this one. Matthews will slow to get up, and Varon will just barrel forward and take a couple of Roosters. Tamai getting his hands on early, and Golding has gone quiet. I mean, we were calling him every other play of the ball. I think he went off for a bit, and he's back now. Matthews still behind. Lovely little show and go, and off he goes again, and he'll go inside to Tamai, and Tamai will step and try and back himself again, and we see that signature hand in the air, and he will drop over again. Signature hand in the air as he'll go over, and he'll kick from around the same place, so he's dialed in from that point. I would suggest now that the Bulldogs coaches probably could ice him at the moment, if they've got anyone to replace him. Start his recovery for next week early, a little show and go. Massima, who's been absolutely devastating for the Bulldogs in this second half, makes the gap, offloads to Tamai, who very, very happy with his work today. So we are still okay at the moment as far as late goes. picture perfect view from our position with Tamai setting himself up with the sunset in the background.
Ready, go, Brian.
So you would suggest after this kick there's probably just enough time for the Roosters to try and regather one. Try and get themselves a consolation try. And the flags go up again. So Bulldogs 28, the Roosters 6. We go to about a minute to go, so you would suggest that there'll be a chance for the Roosters to regather, and then they will have to keep that ball alive.
Stay behind.
Sun has dropped below the tree line. And he'll look to go over the top, and it won't happen. And imagine the Bulldogs will look to play this one out, and they'll make a fool of me as he'll hand off a couple and just tip down that line and find Tamai. Tamai will then take on Burke. Ball's come free. It was one-on-one, so the Roosters will get another go. Keeper shuts that counter-attack down.
Two.
Big fella Tavita
Look at her.
will make his way forward. Manu
Manu
and Golding will gang up on the big fella to make that tackle, and there is a little half gap and a half break. He's looking for the offload. It needs to be kept alive now, you think, for the Roosters. Again, the Romano Manu Golding team works hard together.
Okay.
And there is the siren. And there is the full-time whistle. So the Bulldogs will take this one out, 28 points to 6. As the sun goes down and the temperature drops here at Hackham Reserve, the Bulldogs will take that one out. They will be very, very happy with the amount of work they got through today. First half that was taken and cut short by injury to Gerard van Asvegen. We hope that he's okay. But with the second half, a complete second half of rugby, the Bulldogs showed their ascendancy. So from the first ever live stream for NRL SA, my name has been Dave Webb. Absolutely wonderful to have you with me for this first one. We saw a great game of rugby league. And we will see you again soon.
Thanks, Hardy.